Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Yahweh is the true name of Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son, the Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to my apostles and to my elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful members of the Lord's elect, my brethren that are out on the highways pushing his word and his truth in sincerity. In today's lesson, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, which Rachakodash is Hebrew for the Holy Spirit. In today's lesson, I'd like to go into the punishment that the people are going to receive for taking the mark of the beast. Which, if you don't know what the mark of the beast is the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. And you could find this in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. Where Apostle John wrote of one of many visions that the Lord showed onto him that was going to happen in the times that we're living in. One of the visions, one of the prophecies that the Lord showed Apostle John was people taking a chip. All right, let's get that in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, now he is Esau Edom, the elites. All right, these devils, they want to basically put the people in digital slavery. They want total control of the planet. They want total control of the people. Okay? And what perfect way to have total control of the people by having them, all right, no matter who you are, you could be small, great, all right, you could be the homeless, you could be all the way on the top, you could be an athlete, you could be a rapper, you could be so-called middle class. No matter who you are, you could be in prison, you could be a senator, all right? No matter who you are, where you are in the world, these devils are going to bring total chaos and total anarchy to have everybody, to cause everybody to take this chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, so again, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and how's Esau going to cause by people by taking the chip? Is he going to force everybody to take it by grabbing everybody up and tying them and putting a chip? No, this is going to have to be a conscious decision that every single soul has to make on whether they going to take it or not. When you go into Revelation chapter 3 and 10, it speaks of the hour of temptation. This is the hour of temptation, which the Lord is going to try upon the whole world in an orchimany way. All right? Everyone is going to have to come to a decision on whether they're going to have this device in them or not. Okay? This is the ultimate test in which we sincere believers of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai pray that the Lord gives us the spirit not to take it. Okay, because right now it's easy to say, oh, I'm not going to take the chip. All right? Not understanding the cruel measures and the cruel ways that Esau is going to have the world take it, man. All right? He's not going to, like I say, he's not going to forcibly tie you up and put it in you, but he's going to basically take away your life, man. Which, when we go into here, okay, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you basically can't buy or sell. You can't live in society. You can't work. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your car note, your insurance. You can't live. All right? You can't eat. In order for you to eat, okay, you're gonna have to have this chip. Okay? In order for you to prove that you're not a domestic terrorist, you're gonna have to have this chip. Okay? Which is, like I said, is gonna be our temptation. So that's how Esau is gonna cause the majority of the people to take it, man, because a lot of these people don't really believe in the Lord. They're not willing to lose their life. Which, by you taking this device anyway, you're going to lose your life. And you're not going to find it. You're going to lose it by thermonuclear fire, man, because that's going to be the punishment for taking this device. For having this device in either of your hands or anywhere in your body. The fact that you chose to have this device in you, you're basically telling the Most High who's your God. Who's your master, who you want to serve. And we already can see that majority of our people are going to take it because they don't want to serve the Most High. The Lord has given them that option now to serve Him by repenting, by putting off this world, and by getting their mind right. But our people don't want to serve the Most High. They rather serve Esau because it's easier and it benefits the flesh. But our people don't know the punishment that they're going to get for taking this device, man. You're basically, this is VIP tickets to the nuclear missiles, all right? Y'all want your VIP tickets, all right, for free. All right, front row seats. One in the world, one in the only experience. Real life experiences. Take the chip if you want to see the nuclear missiles. All right, if you want to get burnt up in the nuclear missiles. All right, and this is the times we're coming into, man. We're coming to these times. A lot of our people are going to take this device because they're not willing to lose their life. Okay? With you taking your device and try to save your life is for a short time, because it's not like you're going to go on with your life anyway, man. You know? All what is waiting for our Lord to return and for Him to destroy this place, for this place to be destroyed, is this device. Because Esau's plan, they want to chip the whole wide planet. And those that don't take the chip, they're going to put to death. Fulfilling Revelation 20 in the 20th chapter in the 4th verse. How there's going to be martyrs for Yahweh Shai that are not going to take this device, man. And what does it say in Job 20:23 that, all right, let's get that real quick. Because, like I said, people are going to take the device to try to save their life. But it's not like their life is going to go on forever, man. It's not like it's going to go back to normal. Because when Esau brings his device out, he got to totally collapse this old system. He got to totally bring anarchy. He got to push fear. He got to bring a lot of death. He got to bring some type of terror. He's going to have to bring something. Not have to, but he is going to bring something that's going to make you people want a solution. Going to make you people want it. Okay? It's going to crash this society, crash this economy. Bring so much death and terror that you people are going to beg for this damn device. But Esau, he's not going to accomplish his desire, because part of his desire is to have everybody chipped, have everyone a digital slave. Okay? Which he's only going to get so far. Job 20:23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while Esau is in the process of trying to accomplish his new world order, right? When he's eating, when he's getting everybody chipped, okay, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him. What is that? The nuclear missiles. Okay? Destroying his kingdom within 1 hour. That's the fear of the Lord. So you jakes that are going to take the device to try to save your life, it's going to be it's not going to be for long, man. It's not like society's ever going to go back to normal. Because it's going to get so bad, you people are going to be begging for life to go back to normal, man. But it ain't. Once they come out with this chip, it goes downhill. It's like if you're going up a very, very, very high hill on a bike that has no brakes, and you go down and you wish you could stop, but you can't stop. You just got to crash. That's the place. Once this place is going up, and you're on a bicycle, you're on a bike with no brakes going down, you just can't stop, man. No brakes, you can't stop. You're going to crash. Shit ain't going to go back to normal. Which ultimately, for those that take this chip, is a snare. It's a trap. Because Esau, not only, however he brings it out, make it in a convenient for you people, right? Life ain't gonna go back to normal, man. All right? It's gonna change all the way. It ain't going back to normal, okay? But let's continue. He says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. And what's that? What's the iron weapon? What's the bow of steel that's going to strike him through? The nuclear missiles. All right? And the ones that are going to also feel that punishment, the ones that are going to be caught up in that fire, are those that take that device, trying to save their life. So it's better to lose your life, lose your job, lose your house, your car, all that, okay, to find it in the kingdom, to be saved from the wrath. Because Jake that take this chip still have no idea that America's going to be destroyed, man. You still trust in this fucking devil. You think that America's just going to go on forever. You think America's going to, after the chaos is going to, nah, man, this place is going downhill. But let's get the punishment for receiving this device. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, which a lot of our people, they're down with this system. They're down with Esau's world. They're down with the image. Okay? They're down with it. And that's why when they come out with this device, they're gonna fall right in line, man. They're not gonna resist. Knowing it's the mark of the beast too. But they don't care. Right? It says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. And that's why I showed the image of this. Because you got Jake that want to be simple. Well, it says the right hand, and they don't say nothing but the left. Look, man, if you put in your butt cheek, man, okay, not to be funny, but if you put in your butt cheek, you put in your bottom foot, you made that decision. All right? So in order for you to buy or sell, they just got to scan your butt cheek or scan your bottom of your foot. The fact that you have it there, anywhere in your body, you made that decision, man. And there's no going back. No going back. Once you take it, there's no going back. You can't, you can't make you can't say it was a mistake. You can't tell the Lord, no, Lord, I didn't mean to take it. Nah, it's going to be a conscious decision. You're going to be there, whether you with yourself or with your family. And you're going to decide. And it ain't going to be hard for a lot of Jake to choose on whether they're going to take it or not. The only ones that are not going to take it is the elect. Okay? The only ones that's going to resist this is the elect. The only ones that are going to lose this life in this world is the elect. Because you don't want to feel that fire. All right? It says, if any man, I read that already, verse 10. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And what is that? What is the wrath of the Most High? The nuclear fire. That's the wrath of the Most High. And that's the punishment that you jakes are going to receive for taking that device. All right? It says, without mixture to the cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. You're going to be tormented, man. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to be funny here. Let me see. But I remember in the world, right? I put a burrito in the microwave for 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes. If you know anything about microwaves, they're basically like, you're basically nuking your food. That's why on the little glass thing, it has like a radiator, the radiation symbol. That's what they're basically doing. You're nuking your food. So when I took that burrito out, the bean fell on my forearm and it left a burning mark. And I immediately like, goddamn, I went to the bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror like, man, I do not want to go to hell, man. Because I thought back then hell was real. You burn forever. Like, I don't want to burn forever. I don't want to burn. I don't want to melt in hell forever. But coming to the truth, the water to Yahweh Bashim Shai got that spell off me and gave me the truth to realize that hell's not real. That fire that's in the scriptures is really talking about that nuclear fire. So now I look at this mark that I have, a little burnt mark, like, man, I don't want to get tormented in this flame. The Lord willing, I use this as a more motivation not to take the chip. Because you don't want to get, it says you're going to get tormented, man. Tormented. Let's read that last part. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. What is that? Nuclear fire. See, Jake don't understand how serious this is, man. You're going to have Jake that's going to willingly just take the device. Not knowing that it's the mark of the beast, but they just want to eat. They just want life to go back to normal. Not realizing that if the prophets were right about the mark of the beast, don't you think they'll be right about America being destroyed by nuclear fire? Right? But let's look up this word tormented. Baziano, the Greek word.
Strong's G 928. Basanidzo.
To torture. So the Lord's going to torture you, Jakes, man. And you were dealing with the father of spirits here, man. All right? The one that control the issues of death come from him. All right? The Lord can leave your body in that fire, man. Because you can't, Jake have that YOLO mindset where we all going to die anyway. Yeah, you are. Yeah. You're going to die, all right? But it's not the fact how you're going to, it's not the fact that you're going to die, it's how you're going to die. And a lot of you are going to have to face this punishment. And the Lord can torture you, man, for however long He wants. He can leave your body in that flame for however long He wants, however long it seems fit to Him, man. Torture, to vex with grievous pains of body or mind, to torment. Both. See, it's for man. Man. To vex with grievous pains. What's that? Nuclear missiles. To be harassed, distressed of those who had seed or struggling with a headwind. But to vex with grievous pains of body or mind. What's that grievous pain? That nuclear fire. That's that punishment. It's going to be like a torture, man. You're going to be in that nuclear fire and you're going to be burning. You're going to be burning, man. In the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of Yahweh Shai. You know, presence of Yahweh Shai, the holy angels and the elect, man. That's why we gotta work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, man. When these time comes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter what we lose in this world when this time comes, right? It's better to lose than to suffer this punishment, man. This is Ezekiel 22:18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Now remember, You could apply America. You could apply America as one big altar, and the Lord's getting ready to sacrifice on it. Get ready to bring that fire to sacrifice, and you people are gonna be that sacrifice. And you read Isaiah, the 34th chapter, right? So it says, "Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross." A lot of our people become dross, worthlessness, right? They are all brass and tin and iron, lead in the midst of the furnace. Right? What's that furnace? That furnace is going to be America. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus say, wait, Slakia. Wait, Slakia, give me a second. All right, furnace, right? An enclosed structure in which material can be heated to very high temperatures, smelting melts. So what's that furnace? That's the Lord's going to melt our people, America. Okay? Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. So where's the Lord going to leave Jake at? Leave him here in the furnace of America. And he going to melt them, man. He didn't say burn, melt. Oh, man. You Jakes don't know what's coming, man. For those that take the chip, that's why we got to pray that the Lord gives the spirit not to take it, man. Because you don't want to be melted. You don't want to be tormented in that fire. In the presence of the Lord. Think about that, man. Your spirit's still in your body. You should have been dead by now, but it's the power of the Lord. It's keeping your ass alive so you can feel that fire. Think about it. If the Lord put the spirit on his holy men that were tortured grievous ways, all right, for them not to feel that torture, don't you think that he could put the spirit, leave your spirit in your body so you could feel that fire, that nuclear fire? Man. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth." So this is what's going to happen when you Jakes get melted, man. Your eyes going to melt in your socket. Your tongue is going to melt in your mouth. Your skin is going to melt off of you, man. All in the presence of the Lord. So that's a painful way. So this is the punishment that our people are going to receive for taking that device, man. The mark of the beast. The Arafat, man. And it's going to be a grievous punishment. Punishment that we're all going to see the wicked, man, feel. You're going to see Jake screaming for their lives. See Jake burning. Really melts, man. Like, if you watch that, let's see if I'm gonna get a copyright if I play it. But if you play Stop Trying to Be God from Travis Scott, right? If you play that, Stop Trying to Be God from Travis, you play the music video of it, and you see he game melted in there. All right, that's like that melting. Jake like that knows what's coming. But I remember what he said. He chose he would throw stacks over the Bible, so the Lord gonna throw the fire on his ass. So he knows what's coming. We got Jake off. I believe Offset. I don't know what song that was, but I know there was a video that he made, music video with him getting burnt up. So these, they know. But Jake don't care. They don't care because they don't understand and they underestimate the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They don't, and they think it's gonna be quick death. It ain't gonna be quick death, man. The Lord says He's gonna melt you. It takes time for how long it takes. It takes time for your skin to melt, man. Like if you watch someone get burnt, like it takes time. That's not a quick death. You're being melted, man. This is a different type of fire that the Lord's gonna bring. This ain't no regular house fire or forest fire, man. It's like how you cook chicken and you may overcook it and it becomes burnt. That's what happens when someone burns to death. But it didn't say that burn. The Lord said melt. So that's a different type of fire, different type of heat that's gonna take for you, Jake. Jake's to get melted, man, and Jake don't understand the seriousness of it, man. All right, but I'll end it there. Lord willing, you're edified. I will give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Pray that the Lord gives us the spirit to not take the chip, so we don't have to face this punishment. Shalom.